morning. Happy October 3rd, y'all. So far, so good. We're doing this day 3 of Vlogtober. I'm getting my morning started here in my office, or my office storage room in my shop, trying to make sure what is what and everything is where it's supposed to be. So I think I've mentioned before that I'm a hairstylist, and I've been seeing a lot of flack that hairstylists and salons have been getting lately from clients, and I just want to say not too much on us, y'all. I'm noticing the people that are complaining and making these posts. First, let me back up. I'm noticing it's just our culture. It's us. And it's heartbreaking. It's disheartening. It's very difficult for me to see how, the things that are going on with us when we need to be banding together, one band, one sound. We need to strengthen our community, because now ain't the time for us to be at odds. I mean, there's something attacking families, marriages, our finances. Like, there's spiritual warfare right now, and we gotta defeat that. And the way that we defeat that is by sticking together, by building your village, by supporting one another, communicating, hashing out differences, and sometimes a good deep conversation, an apology, minimizing your expectation of others. I see a lot of people talk about their cutoff game and all of that, and it's very disheartening for me to see. Now, if you talk to certain people in my life, you would think that I'm the type of person that will cut someone off. And really, it's a boundary. I'm not cutting someone off. You do what you do, but you do what you do over there, right? I'm gonna be cordial with you. I care about you from a distance. It's just certain things and behaviors that I do not want to participate in. So with that being said, I can't have it around me. I know who I am and whose I am. And so I operate in a way that is conducive to my purpose and what I was designed for. Now, I'm not perfect, and I have a lot of flaws, but I realize I have flaws, and I realize I'm not perfect, and I realize that, hey, I got a lot of work to do, and I strive to do that work every day. Sometimes people get the best of me and take me off of my square, as they say. But anywho, the salon thing is hard because, one, a lot of people who are being complained about are not licensed professionals. And if you pay attention to their social media, there are clear signs that they are not licensed professionals. You learn a lot of things in school that, in hair school, that will automatically stand out with licensed professionals. And so having these expectations of people who, and even not just cosmetology school, in business 101, if you have a business and your address is not listed, it's hard to contact that person. These things happen because State Board can't find you that way. So you have to book an appointment and pay your deposit, and once that's confirmed, I'm going to send you the address. Well, State Board can't pop up on someone and do an inspection if they don't have the address, if they don't have the contact information. So that's red flag number 1, and that's business red flag 2, because they teach you that when you are public service, you have to have your business address and your hours of operation listed and noted for the public. I recently had my inspection, and they start with your outside signage and all of that. In some places, what does it say on the outside signages? And the way that I'm set up, I don't have to have my business hours listed, but my name and my and when you can identify that the space belongs to me. by my outside location. If you go to my website, my email, my phone number, my location, sorry about that. All of those things are listed, right? My hours, I don't have a lot of rules. I just require that if you're going to be late, to give me a call. And if you cancel late or cancel, under the 24-hour rule, that, there's rules to that. But that's just about it. I don't require you to come clean, because technically we can't service dirty hair. We have to wash your hair. It's part of the sanitation process. And also, we don't know what you have on your hair. So if we are performing services on your hair and we haven't washed it, we can cross-contaminate, we can transfer diseases and whatnot to other clients. Like, there's a whole protocol we have to follow. You also are able to look up people's licenses. It's public information. If you have their name, a lot of people go by nicknames, but if you have an address, any identifying information, you don't even have to have it all. Just you can have an address, you can have a name, a number. You can look up their license. You can call. You can look up their license. Okay. There's certain things that we have to have posted in the salons. There's certain ways that we have to clean and sanitize, and we have to have, certain things labeled. So when you're complaining about these salons, you're complaining about people who are working out of their home, they're ducking and dodging the system. And if they got caught, those fines are pretty hefty. They're pretty doggone hefty. So, but then there's the other side where you have a legitimate professional salon who is trying to be professional, but the client won't allow you to be. Like, I will get calls 24/7. They will come in, and I've had clients come in and take their shoes off in my salon. I've had clients, a lot of people don't respect the art of cosmetology, the beauty industry. I have a degree, but I've gone to beauty school twice. I went in Maryland and I went in Vegas. I went in Maryland because it was mainly textured hair that we were working on. I went in Vegas because it was everybody else. And I wanted to be the stylist that anybody walked into the salon, I was able to service them. And that key element took me far in my career. Right now, it's a struggle because of the economy. Like, I'm still doing well. I'm very blessed. But at the height of my career, I was doing a lot of work with a lot of people. And I loved everybody. I learned a lot. I loved every bit of it. But I was blessed to be able to do that because I took the time to get the education. The other thing is, we are required to complete CEUs pretty regularly. When we renew our license, we have to acquire extra CEUs. And then on top of that, the extra color classes, the cutting classes, the things beyond cosmetology school that it is left upon the stylist to invest into themselves. So things change all the time, and we know that, right? But the way to keep up with things is to continue that education. Each color line has educational courses. So you got Matrix, you got Paul Mitchell, you got Wella. All of the color lines have their own education. And then, like, for example, I'm an Intersense provider. So if I'm listed on their website, you have to be licensed to do that. But there's educational classes that come with that. So I also invest in my skills. So when I tell people, for example, a lot of my marketing is, you do not have to get a silk press to get your hair trimmed, and you don't. If you learn cutting techniques, a good blowout is sufficient to provide an accurate trim on your client's hair, whether it's textured hair. In school, you learn to cut on wet hair, so that's everyone else's hair. But yeah, you have to invest in yourself as a stylist, and you can tell those who do that. I'm a licensed trichologist as well as a licensed hairstylist. I am a colorist. I do certain things, but I'm not a trend hairstylist. I'm your long-term healthy hair care, providing you with services to make sure you maintain the hair on your head. We talk about health here. We talk about scalp care. We discuss products. We discuss your diet, your lifestyle. Are these things conducive to your the hairstyles that you're choosing. We discuss all of those things here. So essentially each client gets a consultation. I'll insert a clip of me talking to a client recently. But with your texture, like if we do a silk press today, you'll get probably 3 or 4 days because of humidity, the weather and all of that. But with this texture, it's not gonna last long and you may get heat damage. Okay, so if you don't want heat damage, then I wouldn't do the silk press. I mean, we could do the whole treatment, we could blow it out and trim it.
Okay, let's
and then we can maybe do braids, or I mean a couple of braids, 2 braids, or we could do a 2-strand twist.
Let's just do the treatment.
Just the treatment?
Yeah.
But how do you want your hair styled?
Just tie it out.
Just braid it out?
I'm gonna just put the ponytail.
So you do the treatment and put it back in the ponytail?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? You don't know what you want to do? I think you should, let me see. Well, how about this? We'll do the whole treatment. I'm gonna, do your steam treatments and all that, after we wash. I'm gonna blow your hair out. We're gonna trim it, and then I'll let you see what it looks like after we trim it, and then I'll give you a few suggestions from there.
Okay.
You wanna do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna take you to the shampoo bowl. You have a lot of buildup on your hair. But it's pretty. I mean, you have a gorgeous texture. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the shampoo bowl where she had very dense, tight curls and coils. Okay, I don't really subscribe to the whole 3A, 3B, 4C stuff. I do straight, wavy, curly, and coily, and she's mostly coily. Okay, very tight, no heat on her hair. She washed, pulled it back in the ponytail, put braids, and put a wig on. So I was explaining to her, and it's just a part of the conversation we were having. I was explaining to her that she booked for a silk press, and that silk press may not last on her hair because she does no styling with heat. Her texture is not used to the amount of heat it would take to acquire the style that she wanted. So I gave her these warnings about the potential for heat damage. I also offered her options according to what her week was and what she had planned for her week. She told me she had a party to attend the next day. Okay, so do you know how to wrap your hair tonight so that it will look great for the party tomorrow? Like, these are things that most stylists, or most of these stylists that are being complained about, don't necessarily take the time to discuss with clients. I dive deep so that I make sure that your money, you get the most bang for your buck, because finances and everything now is kind of tricky with everyone now. So you're here with me. It's not cheap. The service that she booked wasn't cheap. So we had to make sure that she was getting the best service for what it was that she wanted. We ended up going ahead to complete the service with the silk press because she got a full workup and treatment. She got a clarifying shampoo, moisturizing shampoo. She got a deep conditioning treatment, and the moisture was then given back to her hair because she was lacking moisture. And if I'm honest, she had a little bit of neglect in her hair. Once we did that, blown out, trim, evaluated, and I said, okay, now I'm comfortable doing the silk press, but it's still, these factors. I took all of the steps to protect her hair from heat damage. I believe she told me that she didn't like her texture. Her texture is actually my favorite texture to work with, which is most people would say it's the 4C low porosity. Her hair wasn't low porosity, but it was, of course, that 4C texture. My favorite texture to work with, okay, because you can do so much with it, and it's magical. It's truly black girl magic. But when I turned her around for her finished style, she was very happy. Like, her spirit lifted. She was very pleased. But we did talk about a plan moving forward and what her goals were. That is indicative of a professional licensed stylist, okay? So when you're doing your due diligence to go find someone to do your hair, please look at how many times they have the same clients in their chair, because that's important. Look at how many times they've been referred to you outside of social media, because that's important. Most great stylists, you won't be able to get an appointment immediately because they're booked, or the way that their schedule is worked. Look at all of their social media, look at the consistency. You'll be able to see their personality, how clean they are. You'll be able to see their skills. You call them and have a conversation with them and talk to them. If they're unavailable to speak to you, if you can't get them on the phone, you probably shouldn't give them a deposit or your credit card information. Ask them key questions. Are you accepting new clients? Is there a preferred way that you would like me to book my appointments? Just clarify the types of payments that they take. That's another red flag. In my salon, we do cards, cash. For some clients, I invoice, like, for weddings or special occasions, or if they're making huge purchases. Some things, we do invoice. If there's a contract involved, then I will invoice. I have monthly membership, but the majority of my 99% of payments are card or cash. And then I have some that was Zelle. Like if the systems are down, you can Zelle me. But I do not work with Cash App or any of the other pay me quick, entities. Okay. And I'm not judging any stylist, and I hope this doesn't come off as judgy. I just think that we should use due diligence and a little bit more time to look into this. I mean, we do it for our eye doctors, our, regular doctors. We do this for everything else. We can do it for stylists too. We can give each other respect equally and bring back the fun and the expectation of the relaxation and resolve of going to the salon. I know for me, most of my clients, I'm the one that knows all of their stuff, all of their information, health issues, marital issues, friendship issues. Like we're really therapy as well. I am the untitled bestie to a lot of people. I hold a lot of secrets. So, that bond is still here in my salon. Now for me, I'll be right back. So it's hard for me to understand where that disconnect comes from, outside of the main factors of why I think there's a lot of complaints against hairstylists. You never hear these complaints to this extreme with seasoned hairstylists. So my takeaway, I hope that, you got some helpful, useful information. Just use your do your due diligence and research the person that you want to book with. Make sure that person's standard of business aligns with your level of expectation, and then go from there. Yeah, but as for me and my salon, we're going to continue to be professional regardless of what people, try to do. We won't let anyone stand in the way of that, because this is a sounding space for some people. This is the only place where you can find peace and not have to worry about anybody else. This is truly a bonding experience. It's a calm place. A lot of my clients fall asleep. We do have music. I have a TV going. I may offer some water, some snacks or something like that. But with all of the treatments and everything that's going on, you get to feel different when you leave. I use a lot of essential oils, and maybe on my next video I'll talk about the name of my business and how I came up with that and how I designed it to be what it is now. But anyway, I think I'm gonna close this video out here so I can get on with my day. I'm gonna have to start another video today for tomorrow, and I hope I gave you all some helpful information. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you got this far, I really thank you. Talk to you soon.